ovens and toasters,
MP3s and TV screens,
even roller coasters.
Without them, clocks stop ticking.
without them lights go out.
But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
But if you meet a Fixie, please
Don't let their secret out.
The nightlight.
They're very close. I can feel them. Help me! Help me! Help me!
That's all. You've had enough monsters. It's not good to watch these kinds of movies before bed.
Mom, really, I'm not scared. Let me watch the end, would you?
I told you, that's all. Well, good night, honey.
Ah! Who's there? Ah, they're very close. I feel them. Ah.
Can you believe it? He's sleeping, and he didn't turn the light off. Yeah, and so? And so, if every human went to sleep with a light on, there wouldn't be enough electricity to go around. Hup!
Everyone can probably remember walking into an empty room with the lights turned on, or finding a TV on that nobody's watching. One little light or TV might not seem like much, but just imagine how many people are living on this earth. Well, if everybody forgot to turn off the lights or TV when they weren't being used, the amount of wasted electricity would equal the amount of energy produced by 100 power plants. And each of these power plants needs freight cars of coal or rivers of oil to keep running. And all that fuel has to be extracted and burned constantly. Now do you see how expensive burning a light bulb is for the Earth? So don't forget to turn off electrical appliances when you're not using them. It's so easy.
Ah, who turned off the light? Ah. Ah! They're very close. I feel them. I feel them. I feel them.
Look, what's up with him? I think he's playing sleep hockey. Looks like his position is left out. Ha ha. Anyway, he should get a penalty for wasting electricity.
Ah. Monsters!
Hey, what do you think we are, hockey pucks?
Nolik, Simka, forgive me.
Who did you think we were?
Monsters.
Well, I see how you could mistake Simka for one, but obviously not me. Tom Thomas, what are you doing? Why are you sleeping with the light on?
I was so dumb. I watched this monster movie on TV before bed. Now I'm scared to sleep without the light on.
And that dumb old monster flick, why were you watching it?
I felt like getting scared.
Ah! You're great at getting scared. Keep quiet, or we'll wake up your mom and dad.
How am I gonna fall asleep now?
Here's a good idea. You can use a nightlight. A nightlight is a little light that humans who don't like to sleep in the dark use in their rooms. The nightlight has a dim glow. That's because it works with a special kind of light bulb that uses very little electricity. These kinds of light bulbs are called energy efficient. That's hard to say. And you can find nightlights that use such low energy bulbs that they can work off of a battery.
But you know there isn't a nightlight here.
How would you get by without us? Tonight, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna be your nightlight. Look, right there. There's our lampshade.
Thanks so much. You really are a friend indeed, Nolik.
It was easy. Just go to sleep.
Nolik. Do you know any good stories?
I know one about a big meat grinder.
Nah, no way. You'd better tell me a story about a nice, kind Fixie.
Ah, I know a good one. And here's how it goes. Grandpoos was working inside of a very big clock. Actually, the clock wasn't that big. And I'm not sure if it was Grandpoos, but it was a clock, I think.
I almost caught one yesterday.
I chased him, but he fled.
But if I told my dad, he'd say,
It's all inside your head. You really cannot catch them.
Or find their whereabouts. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
The vent.
Tom Thomas. Tom Thomas.
Okay.
Simka, Tula, check it out. It's pretty, isn't it? Oh, splendid. It's nothing but a trinket. It's completely useless. Useless? Look how well it matches my hair clip. Useful things are the kinds of things you truly need. For instance, like this rope ladder I've got. It's splendid. And where do you plan on climbing with this thing? Now this mirror here is both useful and pretty. Oh, how splendid. Tula, you say everything is splendid. Well, here's something super splendid that I bet you don't have. Oh, what is it? It's a mechanical super claw. It must be just perfect for scratching your back. Now look what I have. A photograph of Vector. And he signed it for me, too. Are you sure that's Vector? You've got a photo of the bravest Fixie on the face of the entire planet? Yeah, and the most beautiful. Is it him for sure? No way. Let me take a look. You'll smudge it. You've been fooled. No. Yes. Jealous? You are. My photo! Oh, no! What was that? A draft. This is completely your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault for bragging so much. Please, girls, stop fighting. Let's go find it. It's just horrible to lose a picture signed by the most famous Fixie ever. It will be horrible when that picture of a Fixie is found by humans. So where could it be? I know how we can find it. Exactly. We'll blow a bubble and watch which way it goes as it floats away. We'll follow it and find your picture.
Do you know why you can blow bubbles out of soapy water? At the surface of any liquid, there's an invisible film that is very thin but very strong. If you want to see it for yourself, fill up a glass with water all the way to the very top. Now you need to take a coin and carefully drop it into the water sideways. Then drop in another coin, and another, and another. You'll see that the water doesn't pour out, but rises up and forms a hump. That's because the water at the top sticks together. Why? Because of a force called surface tension. Thanks to surface tension, water can form drops. It also helps us blow soap bubbles, because when we add soap into the water, the film gets even stronger, but still not strong enough to stop the bubbles from bursting.
Okay, it's ready. Now we need to blow. Do it together. And... I don't think this way's gonna work. Look, it's flying! We did it! The vent! Of course! Why didn't I think of that before? holes in the bathroom or kitchen that are covered with grids? Well, those are called vents. And behind the vent is a long pipe called an air duct. Unpleasant odors and musty air can be forced into the ducts and sent out of the house. And if you want that old, stale air to leave the house even faster, open a window and let in some of the fresh air from outside. Keep the air in your home as fresh as it can be. Hey, take a look! It got stuck over there! Get it before it flies away! How can we grab it? What do you mean? Don't you remember what I've got? Tidish! Thank you, Simka. What would we ever have done without your mechanical claw and your fantastic ladder? Then here you go, a present for you. Oh, thanks, it's just great. And I want to give you this. Oh, gee, it's just splendid.
Simka, are you here? Huh, what you got there, Simka?
A little mirror. It's pretty, don't you think?
Oh, you girls. You're all the same.
Can you believe that Fixies are such itty-bitty creatures?
Even when they're magnified,
It's hard to see their features. They're tiny, infinitesimal, so small it makes you doubt. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
The aquarium.
The coast is clear. The humans have left. Come on, let's go.
Marcia, why are the fish looking so tired?
Because they're not getting enough air in there. The water in the aquarium is dirty and it needs air, but the filter isn't working.
The filter?
Yes, that device over there.
These fish need our help, and if we don't do something right now, they could die.
Right. First, I'll fix that light, while you and Marcia go over there and see what is wrong with the filter.
But I want to go and look at the filter, too. You're too small for this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're a giant. I mean, you're like 6 feet tall, huh?
That's enough arguing. Nolik, let's go. Well, let's check it. Not working. Nolik, where are you?
I'm up here.
What are you doing up there?
Nothing. Holding on.
We don't have time for that. Get down. We have to get this switch working.
Marcia, what's the matter with the filter?
Well, probably something's caught inside and it's stopping the motor from turning. A filter is used to keep the aquarium water clean. A motor in the filter turns the pedals and pumps water through a fine net or a sponge. The dirt in the water gets trapped in there, and the cleaned water is put back into the aquarium. Many filters not only clean the water, but also add air to it, so there will be more oxygen in the water. You see, even though fish live their lives in water, they need oxygen just like all of us.
Way to go there!
There are lots of ways for people to breathe underwater. As an experiment, try putting an empty glass upside down in water, and you'll see that some of the air stays in there. That's the idea behind the ancient diving bell. An empty bell was lowered under the water, and some of the air remained in there for the diver to breathe. And about 200 years ago, the first diving suits were invented. The diver got air from a hose that started above the water. This let the diver spend a long time under the water and even walk around on the bottom, but just not too far. Later on, people learned to squeeze a lot of air inside of metal tanks, and that's when scuba diving started. Scuba divers breathe the air stored in these tanks so they can swim freely and even dive deep down below the water.
Our work is done. The light is on, and the filter is working.
And the fish look so excited!
As if they're not fish, but monsters. Thank goodness they're behind glass.
Papoose!
Just hang on. We'll be right there to save you. But I don't even have my pack-a-mat.
Ooh, look how they're chopping their teeth. They must be so hungry.
You're right. They're hungry. Nolik, come on.
I can't believe those fish. They're so ungrateful. We went ahead and fixed their filter, and all they wanted to do was gobble us up.
And I'm the one who saved you from them. I was the one watching what was going on.
Oh, gee.
Hold it. Do you think giving her some food will help?
As long as you're not thinking that food is me.
Can you believe that Fixies are such itty-bitty creatures?
Even when they're magnified,
It's hard to see their features. They're tiny, infinitesimal, so small it makes you doubt. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
The level.
Tom Thomas, I'm really sorry. The movie this weekend, I have to cancel.
You do?
I need to go to Africa for work. I leave tomorrow.
Oh, cool. You think I could go with you?
To Africa? Can you even find it on the map?
Africa. Here we go.
No, you're still too little. When you grow as tall as the top of Africa, then I'll take you with me.
Here, there. Ugh.
Tom Thomas, what you doing down there?
I want to know if I'm as tall as the top of Africa or not.
Well, do you know your height? Okay, then let's measure you and mark how tall you are.
You just need to hold the book, all right?
Simka, how do we measure what's higher? The top of Africa or this line over here?
It's a tough one.
We need a piece of flexible, clear tubing.
Oh, I can get it for you. I know where it is.
And we'll build a simple tool to find out the answer. It's called a water level. Let's do an experiment. First, we'll pour water into 2 bottles. A little bit more into one, and a little less into the other. Now we'll connect them with a tube so that the water can flow between them. You see? The water flows and flows, and then it stops. It stops when there's the same amount of water inside of both bottles. And if we do this with a simple tube, it becomes a useful tool called a water level, in which the water on both sides is always the same height.
I'm gonna watch the water level on this end, all right?
Be careful how you lift it or the water can get out. Nolik, what's going on? The water inside the tube is even with the line. There you go, Tom Thomas. Where the water is right now is how tall you are. And? Well, it looks like Tom Thomas isn't quite tall enough for Africa.
What if we hold the tube a little higher?
You can try if you want, but the water's gonna stay where it is. See? The water level on your side always stays the same as on the other side.
I'm not getting that tall for a while yet.
And what if we just lower the map a little? That wouldn't be honest.
But it would be clever.
There are a lot of great proverbs, but my favorite one is measure twice, cut once. And to measure things right, you need measuring tools. The simplest one is a ruler. With its help, we can find out the length of an object. A watch can tell us how much time has passed. A speedometer shows us how fast we are moving, like in a car or on a bike. An electric meter keeps track of how much electricity we are using. A decibel meter can tell us who is screaming or stomping louder. And a beam compass is used to accurately measure the size of a coin or a hole. We couldn't get by without wonderful tools like these. If we didn't measure the things we are building carefully, everything around us would just come loose and fall apart. Uh-oh.
Dad! Dad! Look, Dad.
That's strange. Looks like you are a little taller.
Does that mean you'll take me with you?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yay!
But everyone who goes to Africa has to get vaccinated. You're okay with that, aren't you?
I need vaccinations to go. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's one against malaria, tsetse fly, crocodile bites. Altogether, there are 10 shots.
10 shots?
Yeah, 10.
Oh. Dad, you know, I was joking. After you left the room, I moved the map down.
Okay, I see. And I was joking about all those shots you need.
What? You mean you don't need to get shots?
You gotta, just not 10.
So how many? 9 of them. There's no vaccination anywhere to stop a crocodile from biting you.
But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret